Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the UEFA Champions League Week 2 Group Stage 2024-2025 scores, where this week was played the week 3 of the UEFA Champions League, where we have 18 games. 9 games were played yesterday and 9 games were played today. So, that like the last 3 videos, I'm going to talk about the game that were played and how is the table after 3 weeks of games. So let's start with the game that were played yesterday. Let's start with the first game. My favorite team Milan defeated 3-1 the Club Brugge. About this game, Milan played a very great game, to be honest. They deserve this victory. They battled a lot, but they got the victory. And with this victory, the Milan got its first 3 points of the tournament, and this is great for them. About this game, the game was very close, to be honest. The Milan took advantage of that. They play with one more man for the rest of the second time, and they scored 2 goals in 10 minutes, and that was enough to win the game 3-1 and got the first 3 points. With this victory, the Milan escalate to the place 25 with the 25th with 3 points, and Bruges stay in the place 26 with 3 points. In the yesterday second game, Monaco didn't have any problem and defeated 5-1 the Crvena. About this game, Monaco didn't have any problem. They had an easy game and they won it. They should have won this game by more than 5 goals, by 7 or 6 goal difference, but they couldn't. And in the first half, Monaco battled a lot, but in the end, in the second half is when the Monaco defined the game, and they won it and got the 3 points. With this victory, Monaco escalated to the 4th place with 7 points, and Sveda fell to a 33rd place with 0 points. And in another game, Paris Saint-Germain and PSV tied the game 1-1. About this game, the Paris was the best team, but they couldn't reflect his dominance of the game in the score, and for the reason they tied the game. About this game, PSG haven't been playing a very great football, to be honest, because remember that in this moment they have a victory, 1 loss and 1 tie, and in the 3 games they have not been playing very great football, because remember in the first game against Girona, they won the game in the last minutes of the game. They lost against Arsenal and they tied this game. With this result, the PSG stayed in the 19th place with 4 points, and PSV got a very important point, because with this they got a second point, and they are in the 28th place. In another game, one of the surprises of the week, Juventus lost 0-1 against Stuttgart. This was a surprise because Juventus play as a home team and they lost this game very well. And about this game, Stuttgart was the best team. This was a surprise because I thought that the Juventus were going to have an easy game, and Stuttgart deserved this victory. They should have won this game minimum by 3 goal difference, but they could score more goals, and Stuttgart got the victory until the last minutes of the game, when in the minus 90 plus 2, Stuttgart scored the only goal, El Milan Toure, and they got the victory. With this victory, the Stuttgart escalated to the 18th place with 4 points, and Juventus fell to a 14th place with 6 points. Juventus stayed with 4 points. With 6 points. In another game, Sporting CP defeated 2-0 Sturm. About this game, this was a very close game, to be honest, but the Sporting Lisboa scored the opportunity that they have, and they got the victory. This was a very important victory for Sporting Lisboa, because with this victory they escalated to the 8th place with 7 points, and Sturm Graz, they fell to the 32nd place with no points. And in the in another game, Arsenal defeated 1-0 Shakhtar. About this game, Arsenal was the best team, to be honest. and they had an easy game, but they complicated the game because they should have won this game minimum by 1 or 2 goal more difference because they were the best team. They only won by 1 goal difference, and it was enough to them to got the 3 points. With this victory, the Arsenal escalated to the ninth place with 7 points, and Shakhtar fell to the 30 place with only 1 point. In another game, Aston Villa defeated 2-0 Bologna. About this game, this was a very good game to be honest. This was a very funny game, but this was a very complicated way by Aston Villa. I thought that they were going to have an easy game, but not. The Aston Villa suffered a lot. They battled a lot, but in the end, they won the game. They just needed 9 minutes of the second in the second time, from the minus 55 to the minus 60 to score 2 goals, and they got the victory. With this victory, Aston Villa is undefeated. They have won the 3 games that they've played, and in this moment they are the leader of the competition, and this is amazing for them. And for the Bologna, they fell to a 29th place, and they stay with only one point. In another game, Girona defeated 2-0 Bratislava. About this game, Girona was the best team. They deserved this victory, and they got its first victory of the in the UEFA Champions League in its history. Remember that in the last 2 games against the PSV and Feyenoord, Girona played a very great football. To be honest, they dominated both games, but unfortunately they lost both games in the last minutes of their games. But in this game, they again dominated the game, and they were better, and they scored 2 goals. To be honest, Girona should have won this game by another 1 or 2 more goals, but they got the victory, and this is historic for them. With this victory, the Girona escalate with the 24th place with 3 points, and Slovan Bratislava are the last team. They are the last place. They are in the last place of the tournament, and they are the worst team in this moment. And in the last game, and yesterday last game, Real Madrid, the owner of this competition and the reigning champion team, defeated 5-2 the Borussia Dortmund. This is a typical Real Madrid game, to be honest. Borussia Dortmund was the best team in the first half. They dominated the game. They were leading 2-0 in the half time, and Borussia Dortmund should have been leading this game in the first half by 4 goal difference. But in the second half, Borussia Dortmund made the hero to decide to defend very, very early in the game, since the minute 50 to 55. The Zahir the name of the coach, decided to defend very well, very early in the game. They put more defense, and he subbed off the forward, and Real Madrid took advantage of that. They play a tremendous game in the second half because it's Real Madrid. They scored 5 goals. The best player was Vinicius Junior, that scored a hat-trick, and they won the game 5-2. And this is a typical game from Real Madrid, where they could be playing a very bad football in the first half, but in the second half, Real Madrid react, and they won the game, and they win the game, and this is what happened. With this result, Real Madrid escalated to the 12th place with 6 points, and Borussia Dortmund fell to 11th place with 6 points. And today's game, we had another 9 games where it started with Atalanta 0 and Celtic 0. About this game, Atalanta was better team, to be honest, but they couldn't take advantage that they playing home, and they got the tie. And this was great for Celtic because they got an important point as a white team. With this result, Atalanta fell to the 17th place with 5 points, and Celtic FC are in the 20th place with 4 points. In another game, I think one of the surprises of the week, State Brest, and Leverkusen tie 1-1. About this game, I was very surprised that the Leverkusen couldn't win this victory, but to be honest, the State Brest have been playing a very great football, because in this moment they are undefeated. They had 3 victories in one side until this moment, and they were better team in this game, and they should have won this game, because I think that they deserve a little, but they got the victory, and this is very important for them. With this victory, State Brest fell to the 5th place with 7 points, and the Leverkusen are in the 6th place with 7 points. In another game, the Manchester City defeated 5-0 Sparta Praga. About this game, Manchester City was the best team, to be honest. They didn't have any problem with this game. In the first half, they were attacking, but they couldn't score any goal. And in the second half, in a lapse of 14 minutes, in a lapse of 10 minutes, they scored 3 goals and they won the game. Erling Haaland scored a golazo in minute 68 with a Scorpion or Dragon goal. He scored a goal with his Achilles, and this was great. And Manchester City won the game 5-0, and they got the 3 points. With this victory, Manchester City escalated to the 3rd place with 7 points, and Sparta Praga fell to the 25th place with 4 points. In another game, Liverpool traveled to Leipzig in Germany to get the victory. This game was very close, to be honest, but Liverpool was a little better than Leipzig. This was a very funny game, and I think that maybe the Leipzig deserved the tie, but Liverpool was better because they scored the goal in the first half, and this was enough to win the game. With this victory, Liverpool escalated to the 2nd place with 9 points, and alongside the Aston Villa are the only 2 teams that had won the 3 games. And with this defeat, Leverkusen is one of the 6 teams that to this moment they haven't won any game. In another game, and another surprise because I didn't expect that Barcelona defeated and humiliated for 1 the Bayern Munich. About this game, Barcelona was better team, and this has been one of the best games that I watched of Barcelona in the last 5 years. Remember that Barcelona wanted to defeat the Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich had humiliated the Barcelona in the last 5 years. Remember that in the last 5 years, Bayern Munich had won by more than 4-goal difference against Barcelona. I remember what happened in the 2020 in the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, where Bayern Munich humiliated the Barcelona in quarterfinal, where they defeated 8-2. Today, they took revenge. They won 4-1, and they said this victory. About this game, the best player was Rafinha, that he scored a hat-trick, and they won his 2nd game of the competition. About the Bayern Munich, maybe Vincent Kompany is not the right head coach because it's a back-to-back losses, and this is remember that the Bayern Munich had 41 undefeated games in UEFA Champions League group stage before the last game, so they now have a back-to-back losses. So with this result, the Barcelona escalated to the 10th place with 6 points, and Bayern Munich in this moment fell to the 23rd place with only 3 points. This is a surprise. In another game, Lille traveled to Madrid, Spain, and defeated 3-1 the Atlético Madrid. About this game, this was a surprise because Atlético Madrid were leading the game since the minute 8, where Julian Alvarez scored the only goal of the Atlético Madrid in that moment. But in the game was very close. In what the Atlético Madrid did, the best that they can do is to defend and counter-attack, but Lille play a very great football. They scored the 3 goals in the second half, and to be honest, this is one of the surprises of the season because they have defeated back-to-back Spanish Madrid team, the Real Madrid and Atlético Madrid. This is a surprise. This has been a very tremendous season for the Lille in this moment. With this victory, Lille escalated to the 15th place with 6 points, and Atlético Madrid fell to the 27th place with 3 points. In another game, Feyenoord traveled to Portugal and defeated 3-1 Benfica. About this game, this was a very great game, a funny game. It was a very close game, but Feyenoord scored 3 goals. Benfica only could score 1 goal, and Feyenoord got the 3 points. With this victory, the Feyenoord escalated to the 16th place with 6 points, and Benfica fell to the 13th place with 6 points. And the last game of the day and the week, Inter Milan defeated 1-0 Young Boys. About this game was very close, to be honest, and Young Boys deserved the fight. The best result should have been a fight, but Inter Milan scored the only goal of the game in the last minutes of the game, in the minus 90 plus 3 by Marcus Thuram, and they got the victory. To be honest, in my opinion, the best should have been a fight, but when you have this kind of talent, they can score any goal in any part of the game. With this victory, Inter Milan escalate to the 7th place with 7 points, and John Boyce is in the bottom of the table with 0 points. So, how is the table after? Sorry, and the other game, the GNK Dinamo traveled to Austria, yeah, to defeat it 2-0 Salzburg. About this game, Dynamo Zagreb was better team than Salzburg, and they got the victory because they won the game 2-0. With this victory, Dynamo Zagreb escalated to the 22nd place with 22 points, with 4 points. Erbil Salzburg is in the bottom of the table with 0 points. So, how is the table? In this moment, Aston Villa and Liverpool, how I told you a few minutes ago, they are the only 2 teams undefeated, and they have 9 points. They have won the 3 games, and it's amazing for these 2 teams. Manchester City escalated to the 3rd place with 7 points, 2 victories and 1 draw, and you can see here that the first 3 teams, the best 3 teams, are of the Premier League. In the 4th place, this is a surprise because Monaco and Brest are in the 4th and 5th place with 7 points, the same that Leverkusen, Inter, and Sporting CP. In this moment, these 8 teams from the Aston Villa to the Sporting CP will qualify direct to the knockout stage. In the 9th place are Arsenal, because they are out of the knockout stage because the goal difference. Barcelona escalated to the 10th place with the victory. Borussia Dortmund fell, and Real Madrid escalated. Barcelona, Dortmund, Real Madrid, Benfica, Juventus, Lille, Feyenoord had the same points, 6 points. And Atalanta is in the 17th place with 5 points. Stuttgart, Paris, Celtic, Sparta, and GNK Dinamo have 4 points. And Bayern Munich and Girona, and Milan, Brugge, and Atlético have the 3 points. So, in this moment, the Arsenal to Girona will play in the knockout phase playoffs, and the rest of the team in this moment, the Milan, the Club Brugge, the Atlético, and PSV, and the rest of the team will be eliminated. They are in the elimination place. So there is left another 5 games. So the Milan and the Atlético and PSV will need to win more games. If not, they are going to be eliminated. So in this video, I talk about what happened this week in the UEFA Champions League Week 3, Group Stage 2024-2025 scores, and how is the table after 3 weeks of games. So I hope you've liked this video, and if you have any comments or suggestions, you can let me one comment here in the Substack, in my Substack blog, in my YouTube channel, or in my Spotify channel. So this is all for today. See you next video. Gibran.